Hello, welcome to our videos broadcast daily, and following are today's highlights.
Presidential Office announces 4 new laws and 1 ordinance. Vietnam and India sign Memorandum of Understanding on Information Technology. Seminar discusses preservation of natural and cultural heritages in central Vietnam.
The Presidential Office announced the promulgation of 4 new laws and 1 ordinance in Hanoi on July 5th.
They are the laws on anti-terrorism, science and technology, natural disaster prevention and control, and national defense and security education, and the ordinance on amendments and supplements to a number of articles of the ordinance on foreign exchange. Taking effect on October 1st, 2013, the law on anti-terrorism includes 8 chapters and 51 articles. It stipulates regulations, policies, measures, and anti-terrorism forces, as well as international cooperation and responsibilities of organizations and individuals in the fight against terrorism. Accordingly, the Anti-Terrorism Steering Board will be established at national, ministry, and provincial levels. The anti-terrorism force groups agencies under the Ministry of Public Security and the Ministry of National Defense. The law on science and technology, meanwhile, lays down incentives in the use of human resources, including talents at home and abroad, as well as foreign experts in this field. It will come into force on January 1st, 2014.
A daily newspaper of Vietnam News Agency will be printed in the Republic of Korea to be delivered free of charge to Vietnamese people living in the country. An agreement to this effect was signed between the agency and the Nông Nghiệp Bank of the Republic of Korea in Hanoi on July 4th.
Vietnam News Agency Deputy General Director Lê Duy Truyền said the move is expected to have Vietnamese and Koreans better their understanding about the country's situation through the most truthful, timely, and diverse information provided the newspaper. Chief Representative of Nông Nghiệp Bank in Hanoi, Liu Sik said the bank's cooperation with Tin Tức, a prestigious newspaper in Vietnam, is a very meaningful deed. He said, through the agreement, information on Vietnam will come to overseas Vietnamese in the most prompt and reliable manner. He added, this is the food for the mind. Together with the Vietnam Courier Times, the first Korean language newspaper in Vietnam, the release of Tin Tức Daily in the Republic of Korea will enhance information links between the two peoples as well as tighten bilateral friendship.
Vietnam and India have signed 2 memoranda of understanding on information technology. The signing was held by Indian Minister of Communications and Information Technology, Kapil Sibal, as a huge step forwards in bilateral cooperation.
Both agreements were inked during a visit to India by Vietnamese Minister of Information and Communications Nguyễn Bắc Son. During talks with Son in New Delhi on July 4th, Minister Sibal described Vietnam as one of India's most important partners in Southeast Asia. He suggested the country establish more joint ventures with India. Son expressed his hope that Vietnam can increase information technology cooperation with India and learn from its vast experience in the field. The first Memorandum of Understanding was agreed between Vietnam's Authority of Radio Frequency Management and India's Wireless Planning and Coordination Wing. The second was inked by the Vietnam Telecommunications Authority and the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India.
The World Bank said in its recent report that Vietnam needs to develop exports based on strengthening competitiveness and creating higher added values.
World Bank Country Director in Vietnam, Victoria Quaqua, told a seminar on the report held in Hanoi on July 4th that Vietnam has recorded strong trade performance despite numerous difficulties since its renewal in 1986. The country's exports rose 34% in 2011, 80% last year, and nearly 20% in the first quarter of this year. Nevertheless, the World Bank officials said the robust performance belies major challenges, including low technology embodied in exports, growing trade deficits, and modest domestic value addition. At the event, delegates proposed the establishment of a national committee for trade facilitation to develop and implement a national action plan for trade competitiveness enhancement and developing infrastructural and transport services.
The Asian Development Bank and the government of Vietnam have signed a $500 million loan agreement to improve public transport in Ho Chi Minh City.
The loan will fund the construction of 11.3 kilometers of the city's urban mass rapid transit line 2. This is the bank's second loan package after the first one worth $40 million provided in 2010. The bank's country director, Tomoyuki Kimura, said the project will not only reduce significantly traffic congestions and accidents, but also promote low-carbon mass rapid transport usage and substantially improve air quality and livability of the rapidly growing Ho Chi Minh City. He also said it will make Vietnam one of the leading countries in the region to proactively address climate change through adaptation of low-carbon transport modes. In Ho Chi Minh City, with explosive growth in the number of private vehicles, congestion and road accidents remain the main concerns.
The Central Province of Quảng Nam has cooperated with the International Labour Organization in implementing a project to strengthen inland tourism in the locality since 2011, with funding from the government of Luxembourg.
As part of the project, a seminar was held in Tam Kỳ City on July 5th for participants to share their experience in developing a community-based tourism model. The model is highly valued by local people and has been duplicated across the province. The community-based approach helps utilize tangible and intangible cultural values, serving the diverse and sustainable tourism development towards the change of tourism values in destinations relating to culture, nature, and trade villages. The seminar also introduced community-based models applicable to other central provinces as well as neighboring countries to develop a sustainable tourism value chain.
A seminar on how to preserve natural and cultural heritages in the northern part of central Vietnam took place in Nghệ An province on July 5th.
At the event, delegates focused their discussions on typical values of biodiversity in the region and measures to conserve the unique natural values of Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng National Park in Quảng Bình province and natural landscapes in Pù Mát National Park in Nghệ An province. They also proposed measures to develop heritage tourism models in connection with cultural landscape tourism to preserve cultural values in the region. The seminar gave participants an opportunity to share experiences and examine the potential and value of cultural and natural heritages in the region to promote its potential, contributing to the socio-economic and cultural development of the country. The northern part of the central region, home to Thanh Hóa, Nghệ An, Hà Tĩnh, Quảng Bình, Quảng Trị, and Thừa Thiên Huế provinces, owns a system of diverse cultural and natural heritages.
And that is the end of our news today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.